Hi, my name is Jake Thompson. Thank you for joining me this week on another edition of the Weekly Fumble, where I will bring you the top 4 college football games of Week 2. Let's get it started. Kentucky goes and plays Florida in the Swamp, 3:30 Eastern on Saturday on CBS. This is going to be an intriguing SEC matchup. Florida had a rocky start last week. Kentucky had a rocky start. They had a loss against Southern Miss, lost 44-35. At home, their defense was terrible. Florida didn't look so good themselves. They played a UMass team who, frankly, has one of the worst defenses in college football and only could rush for 107 yards, only putting up 24 points. Against Kentucky this week, they're going to have to do a lot better than what they did last week. I think in this game, I think Florida wins. I think that they are an average team. But let me tell you something. The Kentucky Wildcats are trying to end a drought that they have not beaten Florida since 1986. They have not beaten Florida in the Swamp since 1979. Florida wins the football game. The next game, BYU at Utah. This game is being played Saturday, 7:30 on Fox. Now, these teams are familiar with each other. They played in the Las Vegas Bowl in last December. Utah won 35-28. Utah leads the all-time series 58-34-4. So, played at home, Utah has the 12th man. They have the advantage over BYU. Taysom Hill, yes, I said Taysom Hill, BYU's quarterback, went 21 for 29, threw for 202 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Now, on the other hand, Troy Williams for Utah threw 20 for 35, 272 yards, 2 touchdown passes and 0 interceptions. I think it's going to have to come down to the quarterbacks, and I think Utah has the edge. It's going to be a high-scoring game, but I like the Utes. The next game, Arkansas at number 15 TCU. This game is being played in Fort Worth, Texas. This should be a very intriguing matchup, SEC versus Big 12. But wait a minute. The good news for TCU is they scored 59 points. The bad news? South Dakota State scored 41. It was tied 41-41. Going into the fourth quarter, that's not good news for Gary Patterson and his school. I think that they're going to have to do a better job at home against an Arkansas team who looked a little rocky themselves. Had to pull out a 77-yard drive at the end of the game to win over Louisiana Tech at home 21-20. I think this game is going to have a lot of offense, and I think TCU is going to win this football game outright. It's going to be a high-scoring game, but TCU is the team. Now, the big game, Saturday, 8 o'clock on ABC, the game that everybody's been waiting for. This game is being played in Bristol, Connecticut, at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Virginia Tech and number 17, Tennessee. Now, Virginia Tech has some trouble against an FCS foe, Liberty. They won 36-13, but they needed a last-second touchdown to pull off the bigger score than what it actually was. It was 17-13 in the second half. Now, Tennessee, rocky top, maybe rocky. This is what happened last week against Appalachian State. They were down 13-3 at halftime. They didn't play up to their potential, but I think the Week 1 jitters got to them, and I think that Virginia Tech has not enough firepower to beat this Tennessee team. I like the Vols in Bristol, Connecticut. And by the way, at the Bristol Motor Speedway, a college football attendance record will be made. 150,000 people at the Bristol Motor Speedway to watch a college football game. It should be fun. I thank you for watching the Weekly Fumble. Thank you for joining me. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. Watch my videos on YouTube at The Weekly Fumble. Make sure you do that. As always, I'm Jake Thompson. Salute.